Hello, this is the Global Countdown, first broadcast on the briefing on the 18th of July.
And that music can only mean one thing, which is, of course, that you should by now have thrown your radio into a pond and taken shelter in the basement. It is time for our weekly Global Countdown with Monocle's senior correspondent, Fernando Augusto Pacheco. Fernando, and God help us all, where are you taking us this week?
I'm very excited. As usual,
You're
excited.
always very excited, Fernando.
Excited.
It's like on air, off air, Global Countdown, not Global Countdown. It doesn't get tiring.
But listen, we're going to Uzbekistan, and what a fantastic music scene they have. I mean, I would recommend people to go to Tashkent and go to a discotheque. I mean, it's incredible.
A discotheque in Tashkent?
Yeah. That could be the name of my favorite album or something.
Have you ever been to a discotheque in Tashkent?
Unfortunately not, but I'm planning to. After listening...
You are literally planning to.
Listen, you will understand what I'm saying here, because number 5, I mean... It's funny because I describe this song as a story about broken love with a lovely disco beat in the background. It is by...
That's an audacious melding of soundtrack and theme.
It's Teodora Niozova with Yugur, which means run.
Is she dancing through the tears, Fernando?
She's not quite dancing. She's like on the stairs and kind of being all dramatic.
She's waving wistfully back and forth.
She's very...
Is she threatening to hurl herself down them, do you think?
Not quite. No, thank God for that. But
well, indeed.
She's very glamorous. I mean, she's wearing kind of a headscarf, and her skin is fabulous. I think people in Uzbekistan, they spend a lot of money with skincare. They must. Is
that the money they save on hair care?
Probably.
At number 4.
Number 4, this is a more traditional Uzbek ballad. It's by Botir Kodirov, and the song's called Sevgisi Yolag Onen, which means love is a lie. Also great skin.
Well, yeah, I know, but which clearly wasn't enough. I mean, the poor fellow, he is bereft.
Bereft.
The too long didn't listen there is she's done him wrong. She's run off with the Pilates instructor.
At least he's rich because he's singing close to his Mercedes on the riverbank. I was trying to...
Do we know it's his Mercedes? I mean, anyone can stand next to a Mercedes.
That's true.
It might be second hand.
It's a beautiful riverbank. I thought it was in Tashkent, but then I was Googling images of Tashkent. I don't think it was in Tashkent. Maybe because he does go to Dubai quite a lot.
I don't know if there's much of a river in Dubai either, to be honest.
That's a very good one, actually. So I have no idea. So
it could be a green screen thing. The whole thing might be a total hoax.
But there's some controversy about this singer because apparently he's claiming to be the son of an Uzbek artist called Sherali Jorev who died last September. So now there's a whole controversy in Uzbek press that apparently, I mean, they might have to look at the body. It's all very morbid.
So hang on, what? I do not understand why any of this would necessitate exhuming the corpse of a recently deceased Uzbek pop singer.
It's all very confusing, but then members of the family of Sherali are saying, no, he's not the son.
Is he claiming to be the son, or is this claim being made on his behalf by others? I mean, and to be
claiming himself.
To be very clear, I could not care less.
From what I've read at the Uzbek press, from very confident sources, he's claiming himself.
The Global Countdown has gone to a dark place this week,
yes,
Fernando.
I'm sorry.
And we've still got 3 songs to go.
Number 3, I think, is a bit more chilled.
Well, that would not be difficult.
It's a very complicated name, this one. His name is Jalolidin Ahmadliev with...
Well done.
Kuidurji. Shall we have a listen?
Ya Mecnun singer barsa Leylidir senler barsa Küydürdüğe küydürge Küydürdüğe küydürge Süydürdüğe süydürge Leylidir senler barsa Küydürdüğe
Just to be clear, nobody, as a consequence of that song, is going to have to dig up a corpse.
No, thank God.
That's something.
Actually, on a more positive note, one thing that I found out about Jalaluddin is how much he charges for a wedding. Apparently, in the Uzbek press,
is this to perform at one, or to be the participant?
To perform at one.
Okay, this is not some sort of visa racket he's running.
He's one of the most expensive ones.
Okay,
I mean, still mildly affordable, at least for London standards. It's with $3,000, you could invite Jalaluddin for your wedding. It's expensive. He's one of the most expensive ones.
And for $6,000, he won't come?
Exactly. I'm not sure if I would hire him. I think Deodora number 5 is better. She must be cheaper, actually, on that list. So
is this something all Uzbek pop singers do? Like, next to their entry on the chart, is there the current rate for them to perform at a wedding?
I'm not joking, but I think so, because there's been a lot of articles on Uzbek press how much you can hire an artist for. I love how open they are about this. I wish we could have that as well. How much you can charge for Britney, Beyonce, or whatever, you know?
I mean, if he's getting, what, $3,000 a shot? I mean, I'm in the wrong racket. I'm going to move to Uzbekistan and become a pop singer.
Yeah, just do 2 weddings a week and that's fine.
Exactly. At number 2.
Number 2, that's an amazing one. This song is a Technicolor fantasy. She's a 49-year-old, very glamorous. It's the great Ozoda with Kokçulugi, which means blue skies, I believe. Let's have a listen.
From which I glean that those annoying 1980s electronic drums have just reached Uzbekistan. Do we know what she charges to do a wedding?
No, that was you know what? I think Ozoda, she's a legend. So I think it's more than $3,000. Please, Ozoda, have some respect.
And that is a more upbeat tune. You can kind of see that as a floor filler shortly before the DJ resorts to Hi-Ho Silver Lining.
But she's affecting the car companies in
She's affecting the car companies.
You know why? Because there's a blue car in the video. So there's a lot of blue in the video. She's wearing
a Mercedes.
It's not a Mercedes.
Okay.
It's actually one of those old vintage cars. I don't know their names.
Righto.
She's wearing like a turquoise pantsuit. It's all about blue. So basically the number of blue cars sold in Uzbekistan, they rose this year because of this song. So, it's the power of Ozoda. I'm telling you.
Fernando, I think I'm beginning to have certain doubts about the fact-checking regimes at certain Uzbek news journals. But okay, why not? Number 1, in Uzbekistan, and obviously given that we have already had somebody revolutionizing Uzbekistan's automobile industry, someone else having to dig up a corpse for reasons I don't really understand, there's a high bar to clear here. To get to number 1 in Uzbekistan this week, you have to have done something remarkable.
He's remarkable. And to be honest, let's be serious. He had a very tough childhood. He comes from a very poor background, but now he's the biggest star in Uzbekistan. And you know what?
Well, that'll show them.
Looking at the numbers, I mean, this song, it had 132 million views on YouTube.
Okay.
And he's very funny. I mean, he looks very camp. He wears a huge mustache, and he likes kind of a blue kind of suit as well.
This is a thing, clearly.
It's a thing. Let's have a listen to Zandan Zobirov with Malohat, which means comfort.
That is dreadful, Fernando. It does have electronic, annoying drums in it. I rather suspect that an earlier demo of that tune may have involved an accordion.
I don't know about that. All I know, there's no blue cars. Apparently, there's a green car in the video. And just to describe the video, it looks very, although it's quite camp and extravagant, it looks quite expensive. It starts with a lot of women wearing pink dresses at the top of a mountain, doing a very special choreography.
How did they get up there? What shoes are they wearing?
To be fair, it's not the Everest. I mean, it was not such a big, tall mountain.
More of a hill than a mountain.
Yeah, I think I was exaggerating here, but it looks beautiful. Maybe it's the sound of music a la Uzbekistan,